Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another video, and this is the review to my blind commentary, blind reaction to Ben 10 Ultimate Alien Season 3 episodes 22 through 25. This is the third to last Ultimate Alien video. Next time we'll be doing Season 3 episodes 26 to 29, and after that we will be doing the Ultimate Alien series finale. So we're nearing the end. We're also nearing the end of the poll to determine the show that will replace Ultimate Alien. And it's looking like we are probably going to be doing a certain show about a certain group of superheroes that I have been wanting to do for years. So assuming that does win, I will be very excited. And I think almost everyone would be happy with that result, regardless of whether that's what you voted for, or if you're not a patron, what you're rooting for. I think all of us would be very excited with that result, or at least the vast majority of us, because there's very few people I know that don't like that show. But obviously we're talking about the present, not the near future, so we are talking about Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. And this was one of my favorite sets of the series. We had 4 episodes in this set. We started off with a 2-parter, A Night to Remember and Solitary Alignment, which was it was about like George and the Forever Knights, and Dagon and Vilgax was involved. It was a bunch of great stuff. We learned that Dagon is the monster that George slayed, or not really slayed, but he took his heart out with this sword. He stabbed him with the sword, which we learned was built by Azimuth. There was a bunch of craziness in there. I should also mention, links down below in the description. Should be Breach Mega streamable, assuming nothing's changed. But yeah, all that stuff. But obviously, in the first episode, there was a lot of nonsense going on, and it was just a lot of craziness, and it was really, really interesting. And, George continues to be a really interesting character, and, we have the Forever Knights involved, we have the Flamekeeper's Circle involved. There's just a bunch of potatoes, a bunch of factions involved. Vilgax basically gets played by Dagon, and Vilgax gets, yeeted out of existence, and I assume we're not going to see Vilgax again for the rest of Ultimate Alien. So that's cool. And Dagon is getting his powers back, and he's going to be a massive threat probably in the series finale, if I had to guess. So yeah, it was a fun first episode, but I really enjoyed the second half of this episode, basically, which was where we learned about, we learned some of Azimuth's backstory, we learned about Zenith, and we also learned about how George got the sword. We learned about the creation of the sword, all this great stuff that was really interesting and really enjoyable, and I really liked what they did with all those episodes. I thought those episodes were really cool, but I really liked that second episode, learning about the backstory of Azimuth a little bit, learning about the origins of the sword and how George got it. Just all this craziness that was just really cool and really, really, really saucy. I really enjoyed all of it. I do apologize, because as I talk about in the video, I am having issues talking, so I hope that you guys don't mind too much in the review. It also was in the video, and I'm really excited to get this review done and then record the Bakemonogatari review right after this, so I can shut the fuck up. But unfortunately, I have to record these, so I'm going to be talking for another, however many minutes in this one, and then another probably 8 to 12 minutes in the Bake one, so I'm going to be... That Bake one might be really short, just because I really want to stop talking. But yeah, this was a really fun episode. Both of those were really enjoyable. The third one was Inspector 13, which was a episode where a weapons master from Tekadon came in, because he was like, well, fuck, it's like there was some failure in the Tekadon, so I'm going to come down and figure this out and get the Ultimatrix, which he didn't know it was called that for a long time, and all that stuff. It was really cool. It was a really cool episode, and the Weapons Master was really sick, and he was able to break through the firewalls of the Omnitrix, or sorry, the Ultimatrix. Now I'm saying it, and the Ultimatrix got all sus, and then Gwen and Kevin were turning into some of Ben's aliens instead of Ben. It was just a lot of sauce stuff that I really did enjoy, that I thought was really cool. It was a fun episode, and obviously in the end they defeated him, and he ran off, he left or whatever. It was a lot of fun. Really cool episode for sure. And then the final episode of the set was The Enemy of My Frenemy, which was a great episode because it was Charmcaster. It was the return to the Charmcaster sus in Ledger Domain, I want to say it is. Ugh, I might be forgetting the name, but I believe it's Ledger Domain, and we got to go back there and try to save her. The episode started in a really cool way because it started with Gwen. She was apparently just robbing and returning books from Hex's library, and Hex caught her, and then Gwen told him about why she's doing it, to save Charmcaster, and he basically says, like, there's no way I'm going to help you, but I'm not going to stop you either, because obviously Hex loves Charmcaster, and that was really sauce. And we go to the world where Charmcaster has become the usurper, and she's taken over the world, and she's in control of Ledger Domain, and she's using the Sorcerer's Engine. I want to say it was called the Sorcerer's Engine, but basically she's going to sacrifice all of the souls of that dimension, which apparently was 600,000, to some like higher power god of magic type deal. Basically sacrifice all the souls in order to be given her father back from the dead, which was fucking insane. And the craziest part about all of this was she defeated Ben, Gwen, and Kevin, and their souls were part of the sacrifice. Yes, she killed Ben, Gwen, and Kevin and succeeded in her sacrifice and got her father back. And then her father was like, she learned what happened, and he learned what happened, and he was like disgusted by how Charmcaster had in his eyes become even more of an evil dictator than the other fucker, the weird turtle fucker. So he decided that he couldn't do that. He rejected the deal, and because all magic deals, if it's rejected, then everything's returned. So basically, because he did not go back to the living world, the other 600,000 souls were returned to their bodies, and of course Ben, Gwen, and Kevin were brought back to life. So yay, because obviously the show would be over if they all just died in episode fucking 25 of season 3, when we still have 7 more episodes to watch in our next 2 Ultimate Alien videos, obviously. But it was an epic episode for sure. It was an epic moment. It was, I think, the first time in the series that those characters actually died. Like, obviously they came back to life and whatever, of course, but just the fact that they even died in the first place was insane. Awesome episode. Charmcaster beat them. Like, she just outright beat them and killed them. Which sounds so crazy to say. Of all the people to outright actually kill the main characters, it was fucking Charmcaster. And because she's my favorite character in the entire franchise, I'm very happy about this. I know she was obviously, her powers were jacked up to high hell, but even so, that was fucking amazing. And we had a really good moment at the end where she kind of, like, her interactions with Daddy was so adorable, and I felt so bad for her when she started crying and realized that Dad wasn't going to accept this. And then the other moment that was so sus was afterwards, the Gwen and Kevin feeling really bad for her and talking about how basically she's been chasing this her whole life and now it's just gone, like she can't chase it anymore. And Kevin makes a comment about how it's very hard to move on from that because he was in the same boat at one point. It was absolutely phenomenal. And it was just a great way to end the episode that I absolutely loved. So, yeah, in summary, these episodes were amazing, and Charmcaster was in one of them, so of course I got really hard for that. It wasn't like I was losing my shit because like, it was set up in a way where it wasn't surprising. Like, it was set up where it had to be Charmcaster, but oh my god, was that episode absolutely fucking incredible. So I absolutely adored that episode. That was probably my favorite. What a fucking shocker. But I did love the second episode, the night episode, Solitary Alignment, which was great. And obviously, the title was a really cool title, and how it related to the story regarding Zenith and Azimuth was super fucking cool. So I really enjoyed that episode a lot. But A Night to Remember and Inspector 13 were really great too. I really enjoyed all the episodes. They were all really good. I thought this was an amazing set, and I'm glad that it ended with Charmcaster, probably my favorite character in the Ben 10 universe, as opposed to Mauve Riedel, possibly my least favorite character in the Ben 10 universe. We literally might have found my least favorite character in the Ben 10 universe. But, like, she is, like, a little funny, but, like, I do like the Riedel brothers, though. Like, they're cool. I do enjoy them, but I was not really a fan of Mauve Riedel, and I didn't like that episode really at all. And then the end of this set was an incredible episode with my favorite character in the Ben 10 franchise. So it's funny how that works out, but I did really enjoy this episode. I thought it was really fun, and all of these episodes were really fun, and I'm really excited because we're almost finished with Ultimate Alien, which is going to be bittersweet because on one hand, it's going to be awesome to finish it, and on the other hand, it's going to be sad to finish it because then I don't have any more to do. But such is the nature of these reaction series, and just any show for that matter, they do all end eventually, unless it's One Piece. 5 more years, my ass. But anyways, I am not excited that I have to talk again and record my Bakemonogatari review, which will, obviously, that'll be up before this, but I'm not excited to record that at all because I am feeling the sus and I don't want to talk anymore. But anyways, Flamin' Shark sign out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day, and I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.